There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
And so much on your mind.
On your mind, on your mind.
There's a lot to do.
Lot to do.
And so much on your mind. Just take it one day at a time.
It's the 21st show. I'm Brian Mackey, and you're listening to Raphael and Whitney. They're a husband and wife duo known for their soul and R&B vocals and music. Whitney has roots in Champaign, and they met when Raphael came down to attend the University of Illinois. The duo will be performing at this year's Juneteenth celebration at the Krannert Center for the Performing Arts in Urbana. That's today at 5:30. The concert's free and is being produced by our sister station, Illinois Soul. Kimberly Schofield, who until recently was a colleague at Illinois Public Media, spoke to them for the show Dialogue ahead of tonight's concert. Because the program's on tape today, no calls, but our email's always open, talk@21stshow.org.
Raphael and Whitney, thank you for joining me. I want to kick off the interview by first asking some background on the two of you. How did you all meet?
How do we meet? Well, first of all, thank you for having us, Kimberly. We are excited to be here, and we met over 24 years ago.
Yeah, in a gospel group, an inspirational gospel group.
Yeah.
In Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah, so I attended the University of Illinois, and Whitney is from Champaign, and I joined a gospel group that she was already a member of. And we became friends. We became singing buddies. We became pals. We became...
Yeah, in the group we were we would arrange some of the vocals together, helping in studio sessions when we were recording the albums together. We were just building a friendship and a partnership through music, because him joining the group, it was like I felt like I found a male version of myself. And we were like, we realized we like some of the same artists and music and style, and just even our work ethic with training and developing and coaching. That wasn't anything we expected or realized that would be something we would do kind of for the rest of our lives. But we bonded over it, and we built our friendship through it. And so it wasn't just him being a new guy and me being a singer. We were arranging and coaching together, and then
we were also the closest in age in the group as well.
Yeah, we were the youngest in the group. So there were moments when we would travel with the group. We would sit next to each other on the bus and like share headphones and listen to music together and just build. And then when he would make music, he would invite me over to his apartment. Where was that? You guys were on. I can't remember where that was.
I forget the name of it.
Him and his roommates, but he would be making music, and he would always let me hear what he was making. Like I'd be one of the first people to hear.
She was always the first. She was my exclusive fan club, fan base, audience support team.
Yeah, and
one.
Right, yeah. And it would be like till 3 a.m. sometimes, just like recording music, listening to music, and I have this, and I've learned this, and listen to this, and it was just. Through music, we spent hours together. Yeah. And then when he would be preparing to perform at the university, I would work with the background singers, making sure that they knew the parts, and he would work with the band. And it was just something that happened so naturally with us. And we weren't even dating.
Wow.
Right. That part. We were literally strictly friends.
Yeah.
Like, just platonic friendship, good chemistry, good energy with each other, but it was not romantic yet.
Yeah, we just liked being around each other and just developed this safety and comfort and just appreciation and respect for each other, loving just through music.
Wow. How did you two then get this music business industry started together?
So we met in 2022. I'm sorry, we met in 2002, and then in 2006 is when I was about to graduate, and I told Whitney that she was my soulmate.
Oh.
Now, this story has many interpretations. And back then I called it soulmate. Right now I realize she was my partner. She was the woman that I was supposed to be with. But I told her that, and we began to look into being romantically involved. Now, the thing is, Whitney had already expressed that she was romantically interested in me subtly in months
Right.
prior.
It wasn't clearly I wasn't as direct because I was like, shit, we've been friends for a long time. I'm not really sure how I should say that I like him more than I want to be more than friends now. So it was more like, I really love you and our friendship, and I really appreciate where we are and where, I don't really know what to say, but I'm trying to say what I want to say. And he's like, yeah, I appreciate you too, and it was more like a little sister. Like,
And
It
you're
wasn't
just
clear
not
to
like,
me that she
okay.
was trying to profess her love.
yeah, it was a more friend zone. And I was like, yeah, I probably wasn't really sure about that. I wasn't direct enough. But when he did express that he felt like I was the one for him when he graduated, it was a graduation night,
Yeah.
actually. Him and his family were out celebrating, and I was like, you know what? I know you guys have had champagne and y'all been toasting. I want you to tell me this when you're totally sober the next day. Don't play with my emotions. So he definitely called me the next day and reiterated how he felt, and we made the decision to become boyfriend and girlfriend, or just take it to the next level, so
To
that
intentionally
see
see what romance looks like between the two of us.
Yeah, but then 3 months into that,
Yeah.
he said, "I'm gonna go to New York because I just need to pursue my career. I don't want there to be any ifs, ands, or buts, or what
No disclaimers, no
no
regrets, no
yeah.
what ifs.
And I was like, "Wow, okay." So immediately we're pushed into long distance.
Yeah. But it was one of the greatest decisions. I drove across country. I fit everything I could into my car at the time, and I made it by the grace of God, because my car shouldn't have made it that long. And I began this journey of sleeping on the floor, attending open mics, auditioning for off-Broadway plays, while working, while trying to find other jobs. Like, it was just literally me trusting God and doing everything I could to see what could happen.
Yeah.
And so I began to get kind of connected with the music scene out there as it relates to open mics and off-Broadway situations. And I met producers and artists. And so there was a producer that was working on a project. And he had me come in as a part of like the vocal production team. And he was looking for a female singer. And I'm like, well, my girlfriend, she sings very good. She sings very well, but she's in Illinois. And so he was like, well, let's fly her out.
Yay.
Yeah, I did like an audition over the phone, like I sang over the phone. And
gosh.
what was beautiful for me was I was actually trying to finish college at Columbia, and doing pursuing fashion design. But there were some really weird like situations that were happening where I couldn't get in contact with my counselors to like solidify my schedule.
Ooh.
And I was like, this is very weird. I'm like, this is why is this happening?
Yeah,
So I
what's
just
going
prayed. I'm
on?
like, God, are you preventing me from finishing my last 2 years? Like, am I supposed to be doing something else? Because I don't know why why there's so much like hindrance and
Sure.
restriction. So I prayed. I was like, well, if I'm supposed to be in New York pursuing music or being out there, because I only want to be where you want me to be. Like, I know my family wants me to finish and get my, my bachelor's, but I want to be in your will. Like, that's really important to me. And so I'm like, I don't have a car like my boyfriend had a car to drive across. I don't even have a job. I don't have a car. So if I'm supposed to be there, then you have to find a way for me to get there.
Yeah.
And so when I sang over the phone, after I prayed that and the man was like, okay, yeah, we'll fly you out, I was like, whoa, now that was really fast. I was like, that was really fast. So I took that as an answered prayer, and I packed up the apartment I was staying in.
All right, we need to take another break. When we come back, more with hometown performers Raphael and Whitney. This is the 21st Show. Stay with us.
Try my best to tell you how much I really care, and you still would never fully understand. And I'd rather not admit that some days I wanna quit, but one hug from you can interrupt that plan. My life hasn't been the same. I won't pretend that I intend to stop living. I won't pretend
the 21st show. I'm Brian Mackey. Let's get back to the conclusion of our conversation with Raphael and Whitney, a husband and wife duo with ties to Illinois who are performing tonight at Stage 5 at the Krannert Center for the Performing Arts in Urbana. It's part of Illinois Public Media's Juneteenth celebration. My former Morning Edition host colleague Kimberly Schofield spoke with them ahead of this performance.
What was it like? And I know that you went to school here, but you, Whitney, were from here. So for either or both of you, what was it like as far as musical, or I know faith is very important to you. What were those influences like being in this central Illinois or Champaign-Urbana area?
Well, my grandfather was a huge influence in the community, Reverend W.B. Keaton. He was a pastor here at Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church. He came from Arkansas with my grandmother, and he pastored that church. But he also had a radio station, his own radio station. Radio show. He also did a lot in the community for incarcerated people. He handed out turkeys. He was that kind of helped out in the community in a huge way. But I grew up singing in his church, and my mother was my choir director. And so my mom would say I started singing before I could talk, really. Music was one of the things that would keep me calm. She said she could clean up around the house. If she played music, she could get so much done because I would just be listening. I would never go to sleep. Like, she could never lullaby me to sleep with music. She was like, your eyes were always wide open. You were internalizing and listening and taking in. She was like, I could never sing you to sleep. It was like you wanted to sing with me. Like, you would never go to sleep with music. But yeah, my grandfather was my pastor. My mom was my choir director, and similar to my husband.
For me, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My grandmother was the pastor of the church that I attended. My mom was my choir director. And she said I could sing before I could talk as well. So
that's so crazy.
We literally have footage. We found footage of us singing a similar ad lib at a similar age.
Oh, no
at different times. Like, it's pretty incredible. And so when I went to U of I joined the University of Illinois Black Chorus under the direction of Ollie Watts Davis. And that was a continuation of, music and faith being combined and being able to sing in a communal a community of other vocalists who believed in a similar thing. And that's also where I cultivated more leadership capabilities as well as my solo capacity.
And that even in that, my mom was a member of Black Chorus. So even my mom was a teen mom, so I would go to the rehearsals with her. So I knew Ollie when I was like a kid, just like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, just sitting in rehearsals, going to the Mom's Day concerts, being in their rehearsals for that. And so we went to church with Ollie and her husband and her children, and I went to high school with her children, and so we built a relationship with them and the Black Chorus. Even though I never was an official member, like, I pretty much knew everyone that was in the Black Chorus because they knew me.
You were an honorary member.
Yeah, they knew me since I was a kid. So being a part of that was special too, and having that connection with my husband, of him being a part of it and me being an honorary member. The history is pretty deep.
And that's why it's really cool that we are able to come back and perform at Stage 5 in Krannert, because I used to go there for rehearsals.
Yes.
And I used to perform in the Great Hall. You know what I mean? So it's really, really a full circle moment for us.
Oh, it's beautiful. We're very excited. And also, our grandmother's amazing. My grandmother influenced my performance stuff too. And it's just, wow, hearing about families is the best. For both of you, do you have any influences? Are there any artists who have influenced your sound today?
I would say yes. I think that I have embraced artists like Luther Vandross and Donny Hathaway and Marvin Gaye. I love the richness and texture of their voices and their capacity and capability to express a song very genuinely and authentically, and it reach people in a very simple way.
Yeah, I would say Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, and Brandy, to just name a few. There's there's an ease that Aretha Franklin sings with that I've been learning to embrace, and then there's a power and strength and confidence from Whitney Houston that I've been cultivating over the years, and then there's a airiness, a new R&B feel that Brandy has that I've used in performing. So a combination of those three singers, I feel kind of actually like is like I'm just not realizing this. I think those three is who I sound like in different moments.
Yeah, I mean, there you got other things too,
Yeah.
but yes, I agree.
I feel like those are like three strong pillars of where I kind of pull from when I'm singing, whether it's a ballad, whether it's an R&B song, whether it's gospel inspirational. Those three sounds and feels and emotions is what inspires me.
Yeah.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? Stand by me. Stand by me.
If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me.
What does it mean to come back to your hometown for a Juneteenth performance? Hometown relative, hometown for Whitney, but where you kind of collaborated your relationship together.
Sure.
I feel like it's gonna be like a big reunion, family
Yeah.
reunion.
Yeah, it means a lot. It's actually, we got engaged at
Champagne Urbana Day.
Champagne Urbana Day.
Yay.
So, you know, our romantic journey, our life journey,
Friendship journey.
journey is very connected to Champagne Urbana.
It's the
And
foundation of where we started.
it is. And
Yeah.
it means a lot because we are in the season of introducing ourselves as Raphael and Whitney. For many years, we've been known as Rye and Whitney. And we've decided to change our name to Raphael and Whitney because Rye represented an era for me. It represented an era where music was the forefront.
And it actually was an acronym.
And it's an acronym, and it stands for Rhythm, Alternative, Instrumental, and Inspirational. And I used it because every time I would introduce myself as Raphael prior to becoming Rye, people would automatically say, "Hey, Raphael Sadiq," like Raphael Sadiq. And I'm like, okay, he's amazing, but that's not who I am.
That's not me.
And then my last name, it starts with an S. And so I'm like, there's another thing for people to compare me to this other artist that's already established. And that was a little, you know, it just kind of made me feel like I needed to do something else.
Yeah.
But now, as I've grown artistically and as a man, I realized the beauty of the name that my mother gave me, which was Raphael, and it means God has healed. And I believe that that's what I do through music. I believe that that's what I aim to do as a person with whoever I come into contact with. And it fully represents who I am, not just musically, but as a person. So I feel really excited to be able to introduce ourselves as Raphael and Whitney on this stage for the first time for our family and friends who have known us, who have celebrated us and supported us along the way.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Yeah. It's going to be such a good time. It's going to be a good time. What can the crowd expect from the performance, aside from this beautiful introduction now as Raphael and Whitney?
They can expect Man, an emotional journey of an emotional life journey of exciting moments of like I think it's gonna make them think and feel. Think and feel about where they are, where they want to go. Um,
I think also what they should expect is what I'm going to expect. I'm expecting people to be engaged. We do a lot of audience inclusion in our show. So I want, as much as I know people may be coming to be entertained, I want them to be involved. I want them to feel comfortable to stand up if they're feeling something, to dance, to, communicate back and forth with us, not just to stoically watch and applaud when the song is over.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so we've created a show that allows us to tell our story, to engage with them, and to really just celebrate love and life.
That's beautiful. I love that. I have a very random question for
Okay.
you all, and you might not, but whenever I hear it, do either of you know Courtney Agnew, who was also a backup singer for Alicia Keys? This was like 2010.
Yes, I brought her on to
You
sing for Alicia.
did? No way. I was in an a cappella group when she was in the Girls Next Door, and I remember her leaving to go do it. So that's funny. That
Yeah, we brought her out to New York. She actually lived with us. We let her
No
live with
way.
us so that she can be local.
Yeah,
And
smart.
brought her in. Yeah, I brought her in to do that.
She
That's so
actually
funny.
sang background for both of us when we got engaged at the Champaign Urbana Day as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah.
That's so sweet. I didn't
that
know
was
her
the time
super
when we
well, but I
transitioned.
remember this happening vividly.
You've been fine, fight on. Yeah. You've been trying, keep on, keep on. Don't you let them dim your light. Don't you let them dim. Oh no. Shine on through the night.
Thanks again to Raphael and Whitney and to Kimberly Schofield. That's all the time we have for our show today. Before we go, I want to suggest joining our texting group. We love sharing your comments and questions on the show. You can do that by sending the word TALK, T-A-L-K, to 217-803-0730. Again, just text the word TALK to 217-803-0730. We appreciate hearing from you about our programs and your suggestions for future guests or topics. You can email us. talk@21stshow.org is the address, and you can find that and every other way to contact us, voicemail, social media. It's all at our website, 21stshow.org. That's 21stshow.org. We've got our past programs there, and you can find links to subscribe to our podcast, or just look us up on Apple, YouTube, or wherever you listen. The 21st Show is produced by Christine Hatfield and Jose Zepeda. Our digital producer is Kulsum Khan. Technical direction and engineering comes from Jason Croft and Steve Mork. Reginald Hardwick is our news director. The 21st Show is a production of Illinois Public Media. I'm Brian Mackey. Thanks for listening. We'll talk with you again on Monday.
Step